Right, the next team talk is on Aston Martin, who came back to Formula 1 in 2021 after a big time out of Formula 1. They hadn't been involved since 1960 prior to their return last year. They go unchanged again with Sebastian Vettel and Lance Stroll again taking to the wheel. Now, it was a first season of disappointment for Aston Martin. They would have hoped for better than what they did get. They only finished 7th in the championship with 77 points. Sebastian Vettel did get the second place in Baku, a fantastic podium. He also would have had another second place at Hungary, but was rather frustratingly disqualified due to a fuel irregularity in the car. Now, Lance Stroll, I don't think he did have his best season, unfortunately, Lance, but I do think there's a driver in Lance Stroll, and I do think he's very, at times, unfairly criticised, and he does not get the credit he deserves. What you do forget about Lance Stroll is that he has literally got a pole position to his name. 2020 in Turkey, no one was expecting Stroll to take pole position. It's a shame that the race couldn't quite work out for Lance, and after that pit stop it did pretty much go downhill from there. But Lance did lead for half of that race, a good half of that race, and he does have that bit of experience at the front of the field, albeit not much. He also led very, very briefly in the 2019 German Grand Prix as well. I'll never forget that, and I'd have quite liked to see him get a podium in that race too. Because as I say, I do quite like Lance, and I do think he gets a lot of unfair criticism. So 2022 sees a bit of change actually at Aston Martin, with Otmar Safnauer, the ex-team principal, now at Alpine, and been replaced with the aptly named, and this is not a joke by the way, Mike Crack. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the team is changed and how Mike runs the team differently to how Otmar ran the team. Talking about Sebastian Vettel, of course, you've got a 4-time world champion in there, a guy who was definitely one of the best drivers of the 2010s and that era of Formula 1. 4 straight years of dominance from 2010 to 2013. He still holds the record with 9 race wins in a row in 2013. I remember that time. That was like my first full season of watching Formula 1 in 2013, and he really was a beast. Definitely one of the drivers that got me into Formula 1, so I have always had a soft spot for Seb. But yeah, we'll have to see what comes of Aston Martin. What I do think will happen is, I think they'll be around the midfield. Them and Alpine will probably be fighting for around 5th, because I do expect the other 4 teams, McLaren, Ferrari, Mercedes, Red Bull, to be just that step above, I think. But I would not be writing out a win for Aston Martin. Of course, as well, the team over the years have been renowned for their brave strategy calls in wet races as well. So who knows? Lance Stroll will win a wet race in 2022. I hope so. Anyway, I'd like to see Sebastian Vettel win some as well, and maybe even a shock 5th world title. So that is all for the Aston Martin video, and I will be back for the next one. See you later.